I'm not sure how familiar you are with the Danish cinema. Of course, you have Lars von Trier and you have The Sinful Dwarf, and which is terribly boring. I love Lars von Trier, but The Sinful Dwarf is probably one of the worst, and with worst I mean most boring movies ever made. But after The Kingdom, Lars von Trier's fantastic miniseries, there was a small, sub-genre in Danish film about the occult, which I love. I think it's I would call myself an atheist. I don't believe in in nothing. I'm completely soulless, obviously, according to some people, but when it comes to watching it at cinema, it's seeing seances or Ouija boards or whatever, I love it. It's I become the incredible melting man because I'm so in love and fascinated with the subject. And therefore, I want to recommend 3 Danish productions which deals with the occult. And these 3 are maybe not perfect, none of them, but they're really worth seeking up. First, we have Martin Smith is a director who specializes, at least in the beginning of his career, on horror. He made a slasher called Sista Timmen, which is a slasher in a school. He made one called Mörkelek, I think it's called Backstabbed in English, which is also kind of a slasher in some house. But he also made probably Scandinavia's, Denmark's only killer cat movie. It's called Cat. This is the Danish spelling, of course. In Sweden, it's spelled with 2 T. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, Cat. It's basically it feels like one of those quite mainstream American 80s horror movies. It's nothing original at all. This is about a seance that went wrong, and this horrible demon spirit, whatever, ghost, or maybe the devil, I don't know, escapes during the seance and takes possession of a cat. And this cat grows into a big damn cat and starts eating people, killing people, all people that disturbs the main heroine of this movie, who of course suspect nothing from the beginning. But if you find Cat, you will see a giant cat actually taking a minivan and crush a man with, for example. I like it. I've seen a lot of bad reviews, but I think it perfectly captures this 80s American B horror movie feeling. And with B horror, I mean, of course, it's good horror. So it's no judgment because it's cheap. It's shot digital, but it looks great. It captures some moments of Fulci, not in the gore, but the lightning, the atmosphere. Maybe a bit too serious for its own good, but hell, it's good anyway. It's about seances and a giant killer cat, and it has some blood and gore also, but not that much. Next out is even more interesting. I've been looking for this movie for years because I saw it on Swedish television, probably in the end of the 90s or maybe around the millennium sometime. In Danish, it's called Besatt, and it's produced by Zentropa, which is also the Lars von Trier's company. And Possessed, as the English title is, it's a very interesting medical thriller. It's a strange disease that's spreading from Romania to Denmark, and people are dying horrible deaths with, all this, skin disease, whatever. And a scientist, a doctor, whatever, he follows the leads to Romania, and well, he uncovers that it's much more horrifying than just an illness. And this movie has Udo Kier also in it as well, the main one of the main characters. I don't want to tell too much, but it has to do with the devil and Satan and all that fun stuff, and also has some nice gooey makeup effects about people who's dying from nasty things in their face or whatever. But it's pretty hard to find. But this is the French DVD, which actually has both Danish language, which you should watch it in, and English subs. very strange for being a French release, I think, anyway. Highly recommended. It's a bit slow, but it kind of creeps up on you. I think it's mighty effective. Yep. Okay, last out is actually a documentary. And that documentary is this one. It's called Satankulten på Arnholt, which means like, well, the English title is Island of Lucifer. This is a it's not it doesn't pack that punch that some fake footage, or found footage, I call it fake footage, do. But this is a real documentary about a couple guys who decides to finally get the answer of an infamous satanic devil worshipping cult that appeared in the late 60s, and then did a special ritual on the island Arnholt in 1973, the 13th of May, actually. I think 13th of May. Yep, 13th of May. Because this coin, I have a bunch of them here, is actually used. It was used by this alleged devil cult for many years. The documentary itself is, I can't say it's amateurish, but maybe it lacks that revelation or big surprise, because it's a quite serious little movie or documentary, which it just wants some answer, or maybe try to find some answers that might not be entirely true. What it comes up with is by now quite familiar fact who was behind it, but no one knows why this person did it. Why he dressed like a female high priestess. But he spent like 30-40 years spreading these coins, hiding them in holy places like churches and stuff, and writing letters with weird, occult stuff, or but often with some kind of humor in it. It's a way of poking fun at religion, both Christianity or devil worshipping or whatever, people who are afraid of these supernatural things. So it fits me very good, and I think if you can find Island of Lucifer, you will get a quite good look at what it is, and then you can read some great articles on the net. Just Google Island of Lucifer or Arnholt, which is the name of the island, like Satan coin Arnholt, and you will find a lot of interesting stuff about this legendary occult Danish adventure. So, well, anyway, that's 3 Danish productions I recommend a lot, especially if you're into the occult or the dark or black magic or whatever. For me, I think it's fun. I think it's really fun. And, well, now I'm gonna go and pet my coins, polish them like some greedy Scrooge McDuck or something. Oh yeah, wait, I have actually a special report also from Germany. It's my friend Boris who's been to a what they call a filmbörse, where you can buy a lot of movies, and I think he might have bought a little bit too much film. So I leave you with Boris, and until next time, see ya.
Me after buying a big bunch of movies. My wife is gonna kill me! Shit happens.